Twisted genius. Dream life beast. What if I never made it to the top? What if that meant that I was never meant to rock? Would it be the reason that it finally make me stop? Or make me go hard and give it everything I got? Made a promise to them all, I'ma push it till I drop. If it's in the Lord's will, I bring it back to the block. I ain't made it through the door, but I put cracks in the lock. While my way from on the bottom, now I'm headed for the top.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Thank y'all for tuning in. Let's go ahead and keep it twisted. So this is a different type of video today. It's a few podcasts that I actually watch quite often, pretty much every episode of each one, and this particular podcast then pretty much made it to the top of my list. And they had an episode where things got a little bit crazy, a little bit out of hand, but they was able to still keep it together, you know what I'm saying, and make sure the show turned out positive. And I just kind of wanted to point out some things and give just my opinion or why things might have went the way they did, you know what I'm saying, and just also shine some light on some positive moments on the episode as well. So this is Kraig Factz podcast, and this is when Kevin McCall came on and told about his experiences in the industry. I know y'all seen the title. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, him and Brandon got into it, but they was able to keep it together. So let's just point out some things, and I'm going to tell you why I thought things might have got to that point. So first off, I want to point this out. I want y'all to pay attention to what he say right here.
Wherever I'm trying to get.
Right.
That sounded weak as fuck, like I'm trying to scam.
No, that's some real shit.
But what was the question again? Because this Henny is kicking in.
Nah, I saw.
Clue number one. He just told you the Henny was kicking in. Y'all been filling them cups up. Y'all ain't been paying attention. Y'all don't know how alcohol affect other people differently. Y'all got new people on the show. Y'all around somebody, y'all don't know what happens when the alcohol get in your system. So y'all got to be careful with that, with asking certain questions to certain individuals, not knowing what the liquor gonna do. First clue. Okay, here's where things kind of went left. Kevin's describing an experience that he had with Eva Marcel, the actress, and one of her friends, right? Assistants or whatever you want to call it. And basically this is where things got kind of heated up, because after he explained, you know, what kind of happened, Brandon proceeded to ask a question to him about the allegations, and I'm gonna let the film speak for itself.
So I'm like, you hanging with this, you know, your assistant got a stud,
this nigga,
sugar daddy, and so am I your sugar daddy? Am I your male? Am I your beard or whatever they call it in the girl, you know, world? So I just never really trusted her, and then after we got into a little altercation, verbal. Never put my hands on this. I don't put my hands on women, period. And you ain't gonna win no verbal altercation with Eva Marcel. If anybody know her, if you try to go,
like the fact that he said that, that's part of it. That's another reason why. After he done said this, then you still come at him with that question like, nah, I need to get it off anyway. Like, and at that point, it seems like you are doing it for the show at this point. Like, you didn't hear nothing I said. So you see what happened.
Back and forth with her, you gonna lose. She catty. You feel me? So I lost. She got in my ass, and then she called the police because the house was mine. It was in my name. Right. So she wanted me to get out. And she called the little lesbian chick over, and the lesbian chick blocked my car in the driveway and like, yeah, you ain't going nowhere. And I'm like, so she told me when y'all be out of town, she just got a habit of when y'all sleep in the bed, she used to curl her leg around me a certain way. Like, that's the only way I could fall asleep. She was like, yeah, and I do this with her. I do this with Sparkle whenever we're out of town.
Damn.
I go like this.
To get under your skin, like
No, I'm just like, I'm confused. I'm like, this is somebody you use as like a teddy bear to go to sleep at night, and now they hear when we getting in this altercation, verbal.
That's hella weird. That's hella weird.
Right. When you're trying to get me out the house and they block my car out in the driveway, and they sit there and they look like the jealous boyfriend. Like, yeah, right. I've been telling you not to fuck with this nigga.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm like, I don't know if it's some lesbian circle shit going on. I wasn't sure.
Right.
Most likely.
But I was like, I didn't put my hands on her. So, with TMZ,
he said it again.
He said was they got a hold of the videotape, 911.
Constantly saying it, and you still came with that question.
It's like, we're going to put it out. Eva hit me up like, look, don't say nothing. I go through this type of shit all the time. This is crisis management. You don't say nothing, it'll go away. Long story short, she ended up, whoever her publicist is, who she was with, Primary Wave, whoever her people was with Primary Wave, they put out a statement. And
I feel like he was being very calm. You know what I'm saying? He was explaining himself. He was painting a picture in a way that you could see what was going on, and you really shouldn't have any questions. You shouldn't have no questions anyway, because that's his business and his life at the end of the day. And this ain't one of them shows. This ain't no Jerry Springer. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no Montel when we trying to get to the bottom of, like, why would you even go that deep? And then, like, once you hear that him constantly say 3, 4, 5 times that he don't put his hand on women, you still, yeah, but watch, y'all gonna see.
Statement said, you know, Kevin McCall has anger management. I was afraid for my daughter. I had to keep her out of danger from him, and I had to take him away. And they made this statement when I didn't make a statement. So all over social media, you see this statement about how she had to rescue my daughter from this dangerous situation, simply because I didn't make a statement and say that, yeah, we was going back and forth, you know, I lost. Right. I got on the phone and told him, hey, she mad because I smoked up all the weed. And she had just had the baby 2 weeks before, so right. She was going through post. I always say post.
I just noticed that big bottle of Remy. It definitely had to be the Remy. It was definitely the Remy.
Postmortem. It's what?
Postpartum. Yeah.
Which is real, bro. You gotta, as a man, you gotta have some capacity to take.
He said postmortem. He talking about after she was dead.
All the dynamics of a woman, your daughter, the friend, the lover, the mother. You feel me? Women act like your daughter sometimes.
Shout out to Kevin McCall, man, too, because I feel like I don't think it was his fault that it went that way. You know what I'm saying? I definitely don't point the finger at him. I think Brandon should have been a little bit, you know what I'm saying, more careful with how he addressed that question and paid a little bit more attention to what he was saying the whole time before he got to that point. Because it seemed like he just had that in his head that he was going to get to that eventually during the show at some point. And once he said that, he didn't let it alter, you know, his perception of the situation. He just like, I'm still shooting it anyway. And at that point, as from Kevin's perspective, you're gonna think that you doing it for numbers. You definitely doing it for numbers.
They throw tantrum.
And now you changing the narrative once you get in front of the cameras. Like you wasn't talking like this at first. Like, what's up, bro?
And you're supposed to love them through that. It's a dance.
Right.
Well, Kevin, quick question. Do you believe when people say that if there's too much smoke, there's fire?
I don't even know what that means.
And then instead of getting right into it, you come in with that weird ass question.
It means
if you wonder too much, then shit. If you even gotta wonder and guess, then shit, something's up.
Yeah, in theory. So Eva's not.
I don't get it twisted. I rock with Brandon too, man. I love everybody on the show. I'm just saying, man. I think he was incorrect in his approach with this particular situation. You know what I'm saying? Brandon a good dude. Don't get it twisted.
The first person to say you've been on domestic violence. The person.
No, that's the first person.
There is.
Second.
She's the second person.
Yeah.
So
even that, like you, what? Like at that point, I would have been like, "What you talking about, bro?" Like everybody caught that. Like Well, she's the second person. Like, you knew it was finna go somewhere stupid at that point. Like, what?
So, and then you did admit to kicking down doors and things of that nature.
Right.
And then you did admit to. Is you the police, bro? Where you? If I was Kevin McCall, I'd have been like, where you going with this, bro? Hey, what is you on?
This dangerous situation simply because I didn't make a statement and say that, yeah, we was going back and forth. If you marry me and you go to anger management for a reason, and you know, have that Absalom spirit where they manipulate people to, you know, they have flying monkeys and stuff to make their narrative work. But the answer,
that nature,
right,
breaking your own shit, basically.
Right.
In theory.
Right.
Do you think you have anger issues? So Eva's not the first person to say you've been on domestic.
As a man, you gotta have some capacity to take all the dynamics of a woman, your daughter.
So Eva's not the first person to say
Much then shit. If you even got a wondering guess, then shit, something's up.
Yeah, in theory. So
I was trying to get back to that point so he can address the question again because I moved ahead too far, so I came right back to it.
Eva's not the first person to say you've been on domestic violence. The person.
No, that's the first person.
There is.
Well, second.
She's the second person.
Yeah.
So and
It's like you've been doing research to find out what's in my past, like so you can get on here and try to act like you some type of Wendy Williams or something now. Like what is you doing, bro? You look like the male Wendy Williams right now, bro. You like a straight up male Wendy Williams.
And you did admit to kicking down doors and things.
And this ain't even what this show's supposed to be about. We ain't supposed to be addressing that. Like you can't address it like that. If you felt like you had to correct something with that man, it was a different way to do that, bro. You didn't have to go so deep into it. It was like you was setting it up for a dunk or something. And I think in your mind, this was a perfect way to explain it on the show and then try to get to a reconcile point. But it didn't work like that. Because you, for one, didn't know who you was dealing with. For two, you're not the person to come at people like that because of how you come off. Ain't nobody from the hood gonna respect your approach because you seem like you're not connecting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't necessarily know if you're from the hood or not, but you just don't come off as a street hood individual. You know what I'm saying? Which ain't a bad thing, but somebody that's from that culture are only going to respect somebody that they feel is equally street or equally hood as them. You know what I'm saying? Those are the only people that they're going to allow to address them and kind of in a way check them. You're not just asking questions. It sounds like you're checking him because of the way you're coming off to him.
So Eva's not the first person to say you've been on domestic violence. The person.
No, that's the first person.
There is.
Well, second.
She's the second person.
Yeah.
So and then you did admit to kicking down doors and things like that.
Even Dozy, look at Dozy face. He wondering where you going. Like what you doing, bro?
Right.
Breaking your own shit, basically.
Right.
In theory.
Right.
Do you think you have anger issues towards women?
Not towards women. I have anger issues, period. I have anger issues when people try to manipulate you and people try to use issues that you have. Let's say you do cocaine, or let's say, which I didn't do. Let's say you have an anger issue and then somebody tries to manipulate that. Oh, you won't marry me. Oh, you got anger issues, X, Y, Z. Is it because I won't marry you, or do I have this issue?
Right.
And she was right. I did have an anger issue, but not towards women. You know, I have had traumatic experiences with women, my mother, but.
And I felt like he responded perfectly, which again, you know what I'm saying, he still didn't heard the fire trying to kick up, and he still kept cool and was trying to respond, you know, professionally and still keep his cool, but had to keep poking that bird.
I don't have anger towards women. I don't like niggas that do bitch ass shit.
Right.
I don't like niggas that manipulate or.
And right here, I feel like that was a clue. And he got to explaining a certain type of individual that he's not fond of. And in reality, he was explaining Brandon at this point. He didn't decided in his head who you are and what you're trying to do. And he was talking about you and you didn't catch it.
Twist stories and you know, have that Absalom spirit where they manipulate people to, you know, they have flying monkeys and stuff to make their narrative work. But to answer your question, she gave me a ultimatum. She said, look, if you marry me and you go to anger management, I'll make sure this restraining order goes away.
Manipulation. Is that
damn?
Okay, is that
so? That's all I'm trying.
Is that why you posted the picture with you, her, and Tyrese, and you were sticking the tongue out?
And then after he explained it, instead of accepting his explanation of a situation in his life, you still try to discredit what he said by saying, so is that why you did this? Now you sound catty. You sound like a bitch. You sound like a chick who, oh yeah, I ain't gonna, that ain't good enough. So that what you just told me ain't good enough. So I guess that's why you did. That's how you sound, bro. That's how you sound. That's how you sound. And that's why he snapped. He said, okay, you ain't hearing me. Okay, bro, you ain't hearing me.
This restraining order goes away.
Manipulation. Is that
damn?
Okay, is that
so? That's all I'm trying.
Is that why you posted the picture with you, her, and Tyrese, and you were sticking the tongue out, and everybody's basically like, why the fuck is he posting?
Everybody else got it. Everybody else was clear. Like, damn, yep, that makes sense. Men, how men supposed to be? It just needs to be simple and to the point. Everybody else got it. You on some Wendy Williams shit.
Posting this shit up.
But that was like 2 years later. So 2 years later, I was broke. I was living on my grandmother's couch. When you don't got no money, as you notice now, I have a little something because I sold some of my publishing.
Right.
So I don't have time to really care about people. But if I get broke, I'm going to get thirsty again. I might rob a nigga. Like, for real.
Right.
He's still being humble. And then, clue number 3, this man just told you, really, I will, like, I'll get to the point where I'll rob you. And you still continue to try to press. He tried to look you in your face. He's trying to be sincere, and he told you he will rob you. Like, and he's not playing. Like, that's how he tried to direct it to you. Like, I'm not playing, for real. And you still didn't take heed to that and back off. Like, that's why I got to where it's gonna get.
I mean, shit.
I've been there. Because when a nigga is robbing you, you're like, I'm hungry, bro.
Why did you post that picture?
Well,
and you came right back around with the picture. Like, I don't care what you just said, bro. That wasn't good enough. That wasn't good enough. I'm still gonna press and get the response I want or I'm looking for. I don't care what you said. If it's real to you, if that's really what happened, I still want a response that fit what I think it was in my head.
well,
What picture you talking about?
I was kind of teasing.
Why?
I used to do a lot of dumb shit. I used to do.
Then you like not even giving him a chance to explain himself. You shutting him down for you. Kevin. First of all, bro, just to keep it honest 100, if you from the hood, bro, and you know that from the hood ain't no hood, and you can't look like you are, respond like you are, talk like you do, and people don't get offended by that. Because now you who are you? No, who are you to tell me no to anything? Whatever I say, I don't care if it's 100% a lie. Who are you to judge it? You don't know nothing. You don't know me. Like, that's crazy. And he kept pressing him. He lucky dude didn't just steal off on him in there. That's what was weird.
A lot of dumb shit. You seen what Billy Sorrellis did, right?
I haven't even paid attention to it.
And that's why I wanted to explain what he was doing. The shit is weird, and if you're doing it for attention, nigga, have something you selling.
They done had whole episodes about what Billy Sorrellis did. Now you on some other stuff, bro. Now you really on some weird stuff. Y'all personal show then discussed Billy Sorrellis and said what went on there, and y'all opinion in that. Now y'all know what he talking about. Like it's just weird, bro. It's weird. Like that really, Kraig. You need to really address that, bro, because that you got good people, man, but it's certain elements that will look down and look at stuff with a eye that's biased and not how we would look at it from where we're from when we're dealing with people from where we're from. We got a non-biased eye when we look at our people. It is certain people that ain't from that element or look at that element a certain way where they're not going to have a non-bias. They're going to look at you no different than the police and a politician. And that's crazy.
At the end, is he finna do a tour?
Yeah.
Is he about to sell a book?
He's selling a comedy special. He shot his comedy
So you get what I'm saying? I didn't have nothing to sell. I just was talking shit and trying to get attention, just like I got Chris Brown's attention when I posted the picture of Rihanna's face all beat up. Now this is before I had allegations of the second alleged victim, which I did hit her because she hit me. You feel what I'm saying? Which is not cool. I understand. I understand.
I know you probably heard it from all your OGs on that.
You can't hit her though. Like, this is in his past, bro. He done already been scolded. People done already hollered at him. And then to follow it up with, I know you probably didn't hear from all your OGs, but like now you're insinuating like you're not accepting me. It's not good enough for you, and you already decided in your mind who I am to you. You know what I'm saying? That's how you came off, bro. That's why it went that way. Like you can say you wasn't intending that all day, but that's how it came off, bro. That's how it came off, and that's how he took it. Like that, you don't just tell somebody, "Oh no, I know they told you, but I'm still gonna tell you." Who are you? Who are you? Like that's crazy,
right?
But
I've even beat up niggas over this.
Hit a woman,
so if you want to fade over this, if you feel like I shouldn't hit women, catch a fade outside, bro.
Right.
So don't sit here right here and act like you think I'm some weird ass nigga, bro.
I don't.
Shut the fuck up, man.
look at the wide face when he said that. Watch the wide face.
Catch a fade, nigga. Women catch a fade outside, bro.
Right.
So don't sit here right. You feel what I'm saying? Which is not cool. I understand. I understand.
Watch the wide face when he say catch a fade.
I understand.
I know you
understand.
probably heard it from all your OGs on that.
Right.
But
I've even beat up niggas over this.
Got you another clue.
Hit a woman,
so if you want,
you still pressing.
Want to fade over this? If you feel like I shouldn't hit women, catch a fade outside, bro.
Right.
The wide.
So don't sit here right here and act like you think I'm some weird ass nigga, bro.
I don't.
Shut the fuck up, my nigga. I'm a real ass nigga. I fuck up niggas, bro.
Right.
It's niggas that come around and try to jump me. It's niggas that try to wait till I get around the camera and switch the fucking narrative.
Shout out to Show too, man, cause Show act like he wasn't faded at all. That's the old dude in the robe that didn't move. He was just sitting there looking like. And Show looked like he do security somewhere. Like he just ready to tackle a nigga and calm the situation down. So shout out to Show, man, because he was not phased. All that energy, he was just like just waiting for the wrong thing to be done.
Bro, so if you got a problem, if you think I hit women like I told Eva Brothers, catch a fade, my nigga.
All right, let's chill out. Let's chill out, Kev. Come on, man.
Yeah,
don't play with me like that, bro. I don't hit bitches, bro. I got 2 daughters, my nigga.
That's not the picture we're painting.
So if you
it's not we, dude. It's you. It's you.
Want to paint the picture? Yeah, I got an anger problem with niggas like you who do that little passive shit like Kev.
Kraig can't do nothing about it right now. Kraig tried his hardest. All right, y'all, let's go.
On stage, bitch.
Hey, look at the dude in the back. Look at the dude face in the back of the black shirt to the left. Watch when he call him a bitch. Watch when he call him a bitch.
A problem with niggas like you who do that little passive shit like Kev on stage, bitch. Catch a fade, nigga.
Let's calm down. We're gonna go to a commercial break.
Go to a commercial break, cuz. 97th Street, bro.
Go to commercial.
This nigga banged on him. He banged on him. He said, go to commercial, cuz 97th Street.
Right, I'm gonna go out and talk to y'all.
That type of shit I hate, my nigga. If you really think out here bitches catch a fade, my nigga.
Kev, that's not where I'm going with it.
Will. Well, nigga, paint the picture right, bitch.
He was on it, bro. And you know what I'm saying? Don't think in no way, shape, or form, or fashion I'm entertained by. Well, I am entertained. This shit funny as hell. But don't think, you know what I'm saying, I want stuff to end in a bad way. They came back, they got it together, they squashed it, which I'm happy to see. But I just wanted to point out why it went bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, Brandon was always in the wrong, bro. You wasn't supposed to come at that man and keep pressing. It's like you was trying to get a reaction. Well, the reaction you got is what you was pressing for, bro. You was coming at him like a broad. Like I said, you was on your Wendy Williams, bro. You better check that. You better get that in check, bro. But it was some other good moments, too. And I don't want to end, you know what I'm saying, this video highlighting nothing bad. So it was just some real stuff that was being said. They had a lot of good conversations. So I'm going to point out, you know, a couple things that was said that I felt was really real that everybody should hear. And just to react to a couple comments that was made that I wanted to address. Now, this was a comment about, in general, about when you're in a relationship, you know what I'm saying, and you living with a woman and y'all get into it, about women calling the police on men, you know what I'm saying, and he was just kind of trying to describe the situation, and DeWine had made a comment that I felt like needed to be addressed a little bit further. So I got a comment.
Showed the maturity to do that, because the only way she can exercise the patience to,
I mean, you know, as long as you keep them happy. If you're on probation, don't make a woman mad.
hey,
You know what I'm saying?
she got you on a
Facts.
You already on pro. You already in the doghouse, so it's kind of like, why is you even putting yourself in that situation?
First thing she gonna use against you.
Like me right now, I am on probation. I usually don't tell people that because I'm about to get off, but I'm on probation, and she never tried to violate me. Never tried to. We got in a lot of arguments. We got in some shit. Maybe I should have got violated. Maybe she should have got violated. You know, maybe I should have called on her, and she stuck there for me. And that was the first person who never tried to use the law on me. She was like, "We black people, we could figure it out. We adults. I did this. You did this. What's up? Like, are you sorry? Do you have remorse? What do you think of me? Do you love me? What are your goals for me? What's your?"
She got a good head on the show.
Hey, that's dope. And that's dope as hell, because remember,
That was real dope.
Shahrazad Ali talks about that. Shahrazad Ali since the 80s.
DeWine be killing me just yelling out names like everybody know who he talking about. Shahrazad like y'all. She talks about that. Haven't you read it?
80's been saying, look, man, you got to learn how to work the shit out inside the house. Because when you call the law in, they're going to escalate to a level that both of you going to end up regretting. Right. So it's just good that you showed the maturity to do that. Because the only way she can exercise the patience to not call the law is if she trusts your level of maturity. And one, she trusted it. Two, you responded it by showing her. Yeah. So that was both of you guys showing growth on that. So that's a salute to you.
And then knowing it's design, you know, the colonizer, whatever you want to call him, made this button for black women. Whenever you want to, you know, let me know this slave is getting out of order, push this button, and I'm going to come and I'm going to lay it down for you.
Smash that like button.
Hey.
That's some heavy shit right there.
That's some real talk.
That's some heavy
Man, that went together.
Man.
That went together crazy.
Was this before the Busta Rhymes incident?
How you? Oh, this in here.
You said it last before we left. I didn't even tell him what it was. Man, you was about to say something.
Because,
Nigga, DJ
like I
showed
was
me
just
in
telling to Brandon, I really appreciate men in my life, men in this world that ain't yes man, and who willing to tell you about when you're doing wrong from a place of love, really.
Right.
So, you know, I've heard rumors about Busta Rhymes my whole life. My cousin has been a background singer for Neo. She been in this group called Diva. Shout out to Namisha Wilson.
It was another point here made that I really wanted to point out. Okay, and here go the Busta Rhymes incident that he told. This was hilarious, bro.
A lot of people, when you're a broken person, like I see a lot of people do this to women. When you broken, a man to come and try to, you know, prey on that. And
Try to whoop you one
it's something to come with it. So I'm always aware of this. I heard the stories about Busta Rhymes back in the day, but when we did Look at Me Now in the studio with Chris Brown, he was cool.
Yeah.
And one time I seen him choke out a nigga at a pool party at
What stories? I ain't heard those stories about Busta Rhymes. Like,
I seen him choke out Lonnie Burrell because Lonnie Burrell was taking credit for writing Deuces. And he got a record deal for it. Busta Rhymes signed him to his record deal for writing Deuces. So my cousin like, yeah, there go my cousin, he wrote Deuces. And Busta Rhymes like, what? Choke out the nigga. So that's my first experience of Busta. Fast forward, I'm wilding out in the media and he's like, look, bro, every real nigga has been through this. I've had my children taken. I've had the women lie on me. I've had all that stuff. But he's like, you got to remember, it's a lot of people looking at you. You got a lot of potential to make a lot of money. And there's investors in this business. There's investors who are not in the entertainment business. And when there's a project, your name may come up. And it may be 4 people. And 3 people may say, yes, you know, Kevin is a good look. And then one person may say, you know what, Kevin's a liability. Look how he's acting in the media. Look how he's beefing with Chris Brown. I don't want to deal with Chris Brown and his team. It's a no for me. I'm not putting my money in this.
Yeah.
And he's sitting here telling me this. And he got a group of niggas with him, but he keep blooding me a lot. Like,
Yeah.
blood, you did blood. And
Busta Rhymes was doing that.
Busta Rhymes. And he's from New York. And by the way, you know,
It's different.
We're in Hollywood or downtown, so we out here in L.A.
And you an LA nigga.
Right.
I'm an L.A. nigga. I don't like to per se say I gangbang, but from my section, it's crib.
he definitely gang bang, nigga. You your cuz in 97th Street before you went out the door. It's definitely some gang something going on. Like, you're not going to tell people now it's no gang. We've seen what you do when you get mad. The gang comes out. So it ain't no per se. That's out the window.
It feel a certain way.
You know what I'm saying? And this is like, why is you blooding me so much?
Niggas don't understand that shit feel
And I know what you mean, you know what I'm saying? Being from a certain affiliation, a certain hood. What I'm going to say, though, like, let me let Dewan finish.
certain way you from LA.
I said, hey, my
That when you feel a certain way from you, we from LA. Let me tell you something, Dewan. Gangbanging might have started in California, but my nigga, when Colors hit, that whole culture was spread across everywhere. So it ain't no different. It ain't no different from her. If you come to St. Louis, Missouri, and somebody is Stone Cold Blood, they ain't gonna let you cuz them to death. If they're Stone Cold Crip, they ain't gonna let you blood them to death. They die for colors down there. It's grimy. They go hard off of it. You know what I'm saying? That Crip and Blood, it was no different. It was no different in our era when I was growing up. It's the same situation. Might have been worse. Because we in a smaller area, so it's less people to eat each other alive. You know what I'm saying? So stop trying to, y'all got to stop thinking that just because y'all in California it's a lesser experience, or it ain't as this, or I know they doing this, but it ain't that bad. Like, man, trust me, it might be worse. Like, for real, for real.
My nigga stopped blooding me like that, my nigga, like. And he was like, what, son? Walk over here, son. So I was already on some.
That impressive is on point. Like
I was already on one because I had just got shot a month before that. It was in the media. I was feeling like a big dog. I was at Tyrese's house. I went there the day I got shot.
yeah.
And Scottie Pippen was like, "What's up, Kevin? K-Mac?"
Oh, Scotty.
Scottie Pippen, bro.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, Scottie Pippen,
Bro,
nigga.
that's Scottie Pippen. How does he know me?
Right.
And I'm shot, and I'm like, wow, this is fucking crazy. So fast forward, I'm still a little loopy because of the shit. When you get shot, I started thinking I was Tupac. I started even calling myself. Everybody who got my number at this time, I said, no, my name is Bishop. Because I was really
poetic justice like a motherfucker.
That motherfucking
No, juice. Yeah, it's juice.
I like put Bishop. I was trying to have like a double entendre. I was like, man, maybe I'm Tupac. Like these niggas don't know. Like these niggas, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, fast forward. I'm in the boot. I'm like, I'm not gonna let you try me, even though I'm in this boot. I still feel like I get a good lick on you. You been smoking. You been chain smoking cigarettes. You ain't the same Buster from back in the day who was taking the steroids.
Right.
So,
like, I gotta see Buster at this point because it seemed like Buster was just like Buster looked huge on TV. He don't look like you would ever try him like this. Like I just don't get it.
The nigga tell his homeboys, no, it's cool. I got him. And we take a walk in the middle of the dance floor. You got to remember, it's BET week, so it's people from all over the country in California. So they watching Busta Rhymes, Kevin McCall, they arguing. So we go in the middle of the floor. I'm like, damn, I hope he kind of back off. Like by the time you get over here, he get a little scared, so I don't got to knock him out.
Right.
So he get over there, he want to look hard a little bit, but then he kind of toned it down. He like, Kev, you wasn't acting like this in the studio. This ain't the Kev I know.
It sounds just like a...
This ain't the Kev I know.
What's the movie when he was in college?
Higher Learning Buster right there. He hit me with the Higher Learning Buster. So then he's like, I break down. I'm like, oh, it's my kid. Because it's kind of like how I just got into it with Brandon. If y'all didn't, you know, when we was outside, I cried. I broke down because real niggas cry when it's something that's hurting you like that, like your children and shit like that. And they got you being so misunderstood and you.
Hey, cats be going through it, man. I swear, because I had one situation where, man, I almost lost my temper with a dude. And this man broke down and started telling me how he was molested in his childhood and how his life suck right now. He can't get, man. Look, he started crying, and it shut down any aggression or animosity I had. And like I just looked at him like, this either a hell of a diversion attack or it's man. I like, bro. You know what? I'm gonna let you make it, bro. I wish you the best, bro. That'll change your whole day and whole thought process about an individual, man. If they man, I'm telling you, some cats out here going through it, bro.
Misspeak at times, and I'm like the prime candidate for that. I always misspeak and misrepresent myself at times. So I cried out there with Brandon, and I consoled him. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Brandon wiped some of that dead skin under his boot on. Yeah, broke down like, oh man.
So I was that nigga Brandon used some of them tears to lotion his elbows.
It ain't nothing wrong with crying though.
Man, look,
but he tried to capitalize on that because after I seen he was talking the game, I felt like that was a real good bust. I still appreciate you telling me like acting a certain way could fuck up my investments in the years. I mean, in the future when people want to invest and stuff like that. So I've been doing a campaign to just show who I really am.
Like Catchy said, he still tried to capitalize off that moment while he was crying and stuff. So I'm really trying to understand what's being insinuated here about Bus.
I appreciate that. But once I start breaking down and crying, the nigga tried to console me and he started talking in my ear like, Kev, I got you. Kev, don't cry. So look, I'm like, damn, bro. I was just about to beat your ass. Then I cried. Now I want to beat your ass again.
Hey, what song came on when he was whispering?
Wanna make your body. You already said it was booty in the booty.
Oh my god. What's going on? I need to do some research on what was being rumored about Buster because I've never heard of him being on this type of stuff. I've never heard his name come up. Like, that's weird. Oh man.
What song was on when he was whistling?
Come on, my nigga.
Like it's a movie, nigga. Like
So Bus, you know, if you whisper in my ear again, it's a fake.
Like I just don't. Bus gotta be, bro. He gotta look small in person or less intimidating, or I don't know what it is, because he owned this like he just was sure he would go white Bus without I don't know. That's hilarious.
When a nigga cries, like you gotta get back. It's alright, man. You don't get close to a nigga like, come on, man.
I gotta get it, then I gotta go, and then I gotta get it.
That's hilarious.
You always gotta stay on your guard. Is basically
Nigga say this like how you whisper in my ear, nigga. You just did wow.
Got you all in check.
I didn't think it was
I really need the research.
possible for that nigga to whisper.
Yeah, Buster whispering.
I didn't think I can't see it.
Yeah,
It's so loud. I appreciate the honesty, Kev. So okay, bam. So we so y'all dead it on the dance floor. It's all
we
good.
dead on the dance floor. You know what I'm saying? I take what I could take from it, and I learned to just try to start not.
Yeah, then it was like one last point that they were saying about God, and I thought that was pretty dope. I just want y'all to hear that, and then I'm gonna wrap up.
You feel what I'm saying?
Selling hope.
I don't give myself enough to be a priest. I'll be rich, bro, because people just want to hear fantasy shit. They don't want to hear what's real. But anyway, Kev, where was we at, family?
Yeah, you just reminded me, just like how I was going through all my, court cases and stuff, and studying God and stuff like that, and I just noticed the parallels of how they mimic the whole court, set like life, like God. So only God could judge you.
Right.
So they have the judge as God.
Right.
The accuser is the devil.
Right.
That's the DA.
Right.
Trying to get you in trouble, but the only person willing to save your ass is Jesus, and that's your attorney.
Right.
And then you got the 12 disciples.
Okay, yeah.
That's real talk. He broke it down. And one last thing, and then we gonna go. I had to point this out. It was funny.
Oh my God. Yeah, man, Maya, man, she's one of the most naturally beautiful women.
She doesn't age.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? What do it look like up close?
She is.
That's when it start getting kind of. There wasn't nothing wrong with that. Wasn't nothing wrong with that. What she look like up close, like that. I understand that. I understand that.
Beautiful, bro. She's all natural. She vegan. She don't look a day over 25. Her body was amazing. She was like in some yoga and shit. She used to carry yoga mats in and out the studio. Like she's one of them yoga type
What she
chicks.
smell like?
Kraig, that was weird as hell, bro. That was super weird, bro. That was hella weird, bro. That sound like my little brother. What? I like feet. These niggas be weird.
Her body was amazing. She was like in some yoga and shit. She used to carry yoga mats in and out the studio. Like she's one of them yoga type
What she
chicks.
smell like? What do mine smell like, man?
Oh man.
One thing I can say though,
I know. Why'd you whisper?
Maya told Mars and T Fly cussed her out and called her an old bitch. But that is not what happened. It could have happened because I used to get mad. As you see, I get mad and I say anything.
I look at Rick James on. I look at Rick James on that.
I swear that's my little brother, bro. That's just how that nigga be. That nigga say, man, I ain't say that. Man, I could have said it, but when I said it, you shouldn't have been listening. Like it be that type of response. Straight up, man. But overall, I hope y'all can see why I love the show, man. It's a lot of good that comes out this show, man. It's a lot of teaching moments, you know what I'm saying? Lessons to be learned. These brothers really get down to the heart of the community and offer their opinion and advice with our people, and really about uplifting everybody, you know what I'm saying, as a whole. So y'all go ahead and check it out, man. Y'all like, subscribe, comment, let me know what y'all think, and till the next time, y'all make sure y'all keep it twisted. I'm out.